Hello everyone. You must have watched the last two videos of this series, and if you have any doubt in those videos, then you can put it in the comment section. And you must also have attempted the assignment for the last video. If you have not, please do it and let me know if you have any doubt in that. Now I hope this series is going well. Okay, you are getting the things. Okay, I'm trying to connect every concept in the Python with the machine learning or basically AI modeling. I'm not basically teaching Python in isolation, which generally happens in the Python courses on YouTube. Still, if you have any concern or anything regarding the videos, you can let me know. Okay, so now today, let us start with the third video, and in this, we will talk about the textual data. Okay, you must know that in AI there is a branch called natural language processing (NLP), which deals with the textual data. So it basically does textual data processing, textual data analysis, and everything. Right? NLP is a very important domain of AI. The in fact, your all LLMs like ChatGPT models and everything, okay, that has been built on this NLP model only, right, or on this NLP concept. The doing the textual data processing and everything using Python is very, very, very important for your understanding about AI ML modeling. So let us understand how textual data can be analyzed using Python. And in this video, again, I will first make you go through the concept of NLP, that why we are doing these Python concepts and how you will use them when you deal with the textual data while modeling machine learning or any deep learning model. Okay, so let us get back to the screen and start it. Okay, so let us start with this video. So in this video, we are going to talk about the text processing done in the Python. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you that why we are doing this chapter, why it is important with respect to AI. In AI and machine learning, we have a domain that is called natural language processing. Okay, and that is natural language processing or NLP. Okay, so what does it mean? So basically, this is a domain or the branch of AI where we analyze the textual data. Okay, so see, text is also a data for AI, right? Like numbers, we have text, right? That is also a data. Now, for example, if I just feed or if I just give some input to an LLM called ChatGPT, suppose, so it has a textual data as input, right? Now it first processes it. Okay, so first it processes it and then gets you the output. Okay, and similarly, these LLMs, how they are trained? They are trained on the textual data, right? So while training the LLMs like ChatGPT with textual data, you do a lot of processing. Okay, the textual data is not basically clean initially, right? You need to, for example, you need to clean it. Okay, and you need to process it, right? Processing means there are many operations you do on the text. Okay, so that you get it ready for the training. Okay, for the LLM. So all these things we do in NLP. Okay, and that is of course done in Python. That's why we have to know that how these textual data is processed in Python. So that's what we are going to do in this chapter, the basic concepts of the text processing, right? So the text uh, in the Python is called string, right? So string basically is nothing but a sequence of characters. Okay, so what is a string? That is nothing but the sequence of characters, right? That is enclosed by an inverted comma. Okay, that is the basically the data type, right? We have discussed about string in the last video also in data type, right? Now, first of all, let us talk about string, okay, and then we will talk about the operations we do on the string or the text. Okay, so now first of all, if I talk about a string, the first thing is indexing of string. Okay, indexing of string. So for example, if I take a string that is suppose uh, uh, a text in inverted comma, that is, you can say my name only, right? Fine. So now this is my name and that's the string, right? So first is indexing. Indexing means every character in the string is represented by an index or a number or a position. Index means the position of the character in the string. So the in the string, the position or the index always starts with 0. So the first character of the string that is represented by 0 position. Okay, next will be 1, next 2, okay, then 3, then 4. That's it. Okay, so this is how you do the indexing. Okay, so why we do this? Because it will be required, right? So we need to represent every character by its position so that we can do operations on those specific characters, suppose sometimes if we want. Okay, next is negative indices. So these indices can be negative also. How? So if I just do it in a reverse manner, for example, this H, which is the fourth position, right? This can also be represented with a position -1. Okay, so the last element or the last character of the string is -1. Second last is -2. Okay, okay. Third last is -3, like this. Okay, so the fourth position and -1 position in this string is same. That is H. Okay, so sometimes it is used. Suppose if I want to get the second last element, suppose, so instead of 3, I can do -2. That is easy to count, right? That's why we do it. Okay. Then length of the string. So that length of the string is nothing but the number of characters you have in the string. For example, if I talk about this string, my name Akash. So here you have the length 5 because there are 5 characters from 0 to 4. Okay, how to get these things in Python, we will discuss later. Okay, so now next is NLP pipeline we are talking about. So we are doing this chapter because of NLP mainly. Okay, for AI perspective. NLP means natural language processing. So now here in NLP, what we do generally, suppose when I have a textual data, okay, so how do I basically process it? Okay, before training the AI model. So first step is what? The raw text comes in. See, I am explaining this NLP thing to you so that you get a feel, or you get an intuition, or you get basically that, and or you get the thing that why we are doing this chapter. Okay, we don't need to do Python in isolation, right? I can do string, I can explain string in isolation also, right? Without even talking about AI. But we need to discuss that why we are doing this chapter and how it will be used in our AI models or AI projects. So the first step is raw text comes in. Fine, that's my input. Okay, for any AI. Then what we do, we break that text into units. So text means a lot of sentences. Okay, a lot of paragraphs. Okay, so in order to process, or basically in order to get the LLM trained on this data, the LLM does not, or the AI, suppose AI does not understand the whole sentence or the whole paragraph at once, right? We need to break it down in words. Okay, so first we break it down in words, then we clean those units. Now there are some words which are unnecessary, which are junk, so we clean or we remove them. Okay, and we clean. Suppose we suppose the we need to make all letters in small case. Okay, because for AI it doesn't matter, right? For AI, small case and large case, or the capital case, they are same, right? Right. If I write small l or capital L, right? They are same for AI, right? Even the meaning is same, right? So we always try to have same cases for all letters. So we make all letters in small cases, suppose in lower cases. Okay, so that is one of the parts of cleaning, right? In this way, we do a lot of things, right? In cleaning. Next is truncate or window or slice. That is important. Okay, so see, basically when you feed some input to something called LLM. So to basically ChatGPT, suppose, right? So every LLM has a limit of input. Okay, suppose you are feeding, suppose hundreds of paragraphs to ChatGPT or any LLM like Claude, right? It won't allow you. Okay, every LLM has a limit of input, okay, or limit of the length of the input. Okay, so if the length of the input is more than the limit, it won't allow. Okay, it won't either take the input, or it will truncate, or it will slice your input. Okay, okay, up to the limit of the LL. So suppose if you are feeding 10,000 words, okay, but the limit is only 8,000, so it will slice that input up to 8,000 index. Okay, and then it will remove the last 2,000 words. Okay, so that's called truncate or the window of LLM, and we slice the text. So in the Python right now in this class, we will see that how we slice the textual data, because that will be important. Okay, when you train an LLM, okay, or an AI model, right? Fine. So that's why we are doing it. Okay, so after this, let us discuss the operations on the string using Python. Okay. So now, first is, let us break it down. Let us do it step by step only. So for the first step is breaking the text. Okay. So the first is text breakdown. So how do we do it? That is using split command. Okay. So what does it do? It breaks text into smaller units, right? And output of a split is a list. Okay, we will discuss that. Okay, and that is used in NLP, tokenization, and CSV parsing. Tokenization means again breaking the text down into some words or tokens. Okay, token is nothing but similar to words only. Okay, so let us see how does it happen in the Python. So if I just go to VS Code again, and let us take an example of a string. So for example, if I say textual data, so text is equal to I love learning Python, or AI, you can say Python. Okay, so that's my text, right? Now I need to basically split it. Okay, means I need to break it down in words. So what will I do? I will do split, or you can say instead of, okay, yeah. So split text. That's my variable name again, and I need to split this text, right? So text dot split command, okay, or split syntax. That's it. Suppose if I just do this, right? So that has become split text. And if I print it, we can see what will it become. Okay, let us see. Look at this. So that's my output. So that is the printing of split text. Split text means the text after splitting. Okay, so I have basically splitted the text using this, and that has been assigned a name called split text. And if I print that split text, I get a list. This is called list. We will discuss this list thing in the next one or two videos, but right now just understand that this is a list of elements. Okay, so the whole text I love learning Python can be splitted, okay, in these words: I love learning Python. Okay, so it is basically it is splitting it with space as a limiter, right? Space. Okay, so every basically it is splitting the whole text space with the space as limiter. What does it mean? It means with every space it will cut it. Here it will cut, here it will cut. So so basically it needs something, right, to cut the text. So that will be space here. Space is the limiter here. Okay, though we can basically change the limiter. For example, if I say, oh, let me do it here only. Suppose I change this text: I comma love learning Python, suppose, right? So I have a comma here, right? Now if I just split it again like this, text dot split. Now I am saying no, no. Now I want to split it with comma as a limiter. So what does it mean? It means I will put inverted comma, and between and within that inverted comma a comma. So this comma I am putting as a limiter again. Means I want to split this text with comma as a limiter. Now let us see what happens. See, so now it is basically splitting the text with comma as separator. So means I, after that a comma, so it cuts it, and then remaining thing there is no comma after that. So love learning Python. So I have only two elements, I and love learning Python. That's it. Okay. In this way you can put anything. By default, if you don't put anything, that will be a space. Okay. So it will take space as a limiter by default. Otherwise, you can put anything here. Got it? Okay, so this is how you do it, right? Split text. After this, next is, okay. So yeah, basically, uh, here you get a list. List is your output. Okay, having elements, right? Now there is one more thing. If you want to split the text character wise, if you want to separate each and every character of the split of the text, so how do we do it? So for that, there is just one command that is called list. If you have a text here, So just do list text suppose. Okay, so that is your character wise. If I just name it character text. Okay, if I just print it, print character text. Let me just put comments. We have discussed comments, right? That's why I'm using it here so that you revise it again. Okay, so it means that it is inactive now, right? So now if I just do this, see, look at this. Every character, even every comma, everything has been separated out. Even the space, right? Okay, fine. Now the next is so this is your list. So basically, if you want to separate each and every character, you can use list. Now next is cleaning text. That's your next step. Cleaning text. Okay, cleaning text. Now in cleaning, what do we do? So raw text is always messy. Okay, when you train an AI model, and you need to clean that. So cleaning makes data consistent. Okay, and then models care about patterns, not meaning, right? So I need to clean, right? Cleaning does not change the meaning, right? We just clean it so that it becomes easy for AI to understand the patterns. Okay, so there are two operations we will discuss about in this for cleaning. First is text dot lower. So as I told you, that makes all letters small case. Okay, we have a dot upper also to make all letters uppercase, but generally we convert all letters into small cases. That's why I'm telling you the dot lower, though we can use dot upper also. Okay, so for example, if I do it here for the same text, I love machine learning, text dot lower, and then if I print, okay, and if I name, yeah, I have to name it. So lower text. Now if I try to print so that I can see what happened here. Okay, I am putting comments here as well. Okay, so that now see, this capital letter has become small. Others were already small. P, I think P was capital, so it has become small now again. Okay. The next is after lower, we have one more thing called strip. So it is just it strips the spaces in the text. For example, if I just change this text a little bit, I put some spaces here. Okay. Now what I do, I try to uh, basically, okay, one more thing, if I want to do upper text to just convert everything into upper cases, we can do it. And then if I want to print it, we can check, see, everything is upper, everything is lower. Fine. Okay, great. Now, so I have put some spaces here, right? Now if I want to, so I don't want spaces. Okay, these, so that's why this text is messy, because there will be some unnecessary spaces, commas, and there are many, there are a lot of things which are unnecessary junk text. So if I want to remove these spaces, right, and I can do it manually. Okay, the textual data is huge. Okay, so what to do? You will do text dot strip. That's it. And if you print text, is stripped text, and if I print it, see, I'll delete them now. See, so now that space has gone. Okay, it was there earlier, right? Now, this is how you do it. There's one more thing in a strip. There's one more thing that suppose so there are spaces on the left and right both, right? So, but if you want to just remove the spaces on the left or right, then you have separate commands for that. Okay, so text dot, you can do r strip, I guess. R strip means right side strip. So right side spaces will be removed. Okay, now if you do, so right side strip has been removed. Okay, and similarly if you do L strip, So see, left side strip has been removed. You can see. Okay, for example, if I just, okay, let to just show you. This is normal strip, then left the strip text and right strip text, right? And if I print, now you can see, you will see the differences. See, this is normal. Okay, this is here you have stripped the left one. Here you have stripped the right one. Okay, left one is also still there. See, look at the spaces, right? So this is the difference. Now, after this, the next thing is string slicing. Very important now. I told you that why do we do slicing, right? Because of the limit of the input size for any LLM or for any AI model, right? So we need to cut the text to limit the size of the input. Okay, and sometimes we do it for cost optimization also. Okay, so for example, if we are using the LLM, okay, for our project, okay, LLM input and output for our project. Okay, so the if you use the open API, suppose if you, okay, so let us do the slicing now. So string slicing. Okay, so and you can see that it is used for context or windowing. It means that we need to, okay, there's one more thing that is called context. I have already told you that we need to limit the size of the input. Okay, then we always need to extract a part of the text which is important for us or which we want LLM to understand. Okay, so for that we need to know how to do it. So now next is slicing, and for that now indexing will be important. So let us discuss this. So I will let us take a small text instead of this. If I just take amazing, okay, that's my uh, text, okay, or a word, suppose, right? Now if I need to take a small part of this word, right? So I will do the slicing. Now how to do the slicing? Suppose I want the part, I want to the index, I want the letters from index equals to 0 to index equals to 2, suppose. So what will you do? You will say, okay, so new text. And how will you do it? Text, but I want it only from 0 to 2 index. Means I want the letter at position 0, 1 and 2. So text bracket, the starting index, that is 0, colon, okay, and last index I want is 2. So I will put 3. Why? Because it always, so if I write 0 colon 3, it means it will include 0 and exclude 3 always. So the ending index which I write here, that will be excluded always in the Python. That is the default thing in the Python. So if I want 0 to 2, I will write 0 to 3. So if I write 0 to 3, it means it will extract the letters from 0 to 2, 0, 1, 2. Now you can check if I want to, if I print new text. See, AMA, right? That is A, that is 0 index, M, 1 index, A again, 2 index. It won't include 3. But if you want 3 also, put 4. Now you will get AMA Z. Okay, let us see. See, amaze. Okay, so this is how you do the slicing, right? Suppose you don't want from starting, if you want from 1 to suppose 4. So for that, what to do? Start from 1. It will include 1, right? Or if you want till 4, put 5 here. Now check it. So MSZI. Okay. So this is how you will do it. Now next, if you just do this also, uh, slice text. If you want from 1 till the end, suppose. Okay. So what to do? Just do one thing. I want 1 till the end. So just do 1 and colon and leave it blank. That's it. If you print it, what does it mean? It means it starts from 1, and if there is nothing after colon, it means till the end. And if you print it, amazing. So from M till last letter, that is Z, that is G basically. Okay, so that is one thing. Next, if you want from starting till up to a point, so you can do this also. If there is nothing, it means it starts from 0, and till 5 means it will get it till fourth index, because I am writing 5. Okay, so let us do it. If I just print this, see, it starts from the first till fourth position, because right. Okay, now there is one more thing. If I want the positions at a particular gap, okay, for example, if I just write this, see, 0 till 6, and again one more column, 2, not 6. Let us see how many it is. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 5 if I say. Okay, so 0 to 6 happens. Okay, so it means it will take, or it will consider, let me take 5 only, it will be part of this thing, so it will be good to understand. So it means that it will consider 0 to 5, and it will get you the letter at a gap of 2, or basically after skipping one index. For example, it starts from 0. Let me write it here, 0. Okay, then if I put 2 here, this 2, what does it mean? That after 0, it will skip 1 and then give you second position. Okay, then second position, after that it will skip third and then give you fourth. Okay, and then after that it will skip fifth and then give you sixth. But wait, 6 is not in my limit. Okay, I want it only from 0 to 5, and then at a gap of 2, so it will get me only 0 to 4. Got it? So now let us see if our output is correct. See, so I got, let me remove it so that you get only one output. That will be easy. So see, AAI means I'm getting 0 index position, that is A, then 2 index position, that is again small a, and then fourth index position, that is I. So it is getting me. So first of all, I am considering from 0 to 5. So basically 0 to fourth index, and then at a gap of 2. So it will skip one index and get you the uh, the relevant positions. Okay, so it starts from 0, then skip 1, and then second position, then skip 3, then fourth position. Okay, so 2 means it is skipping one letter or one position basically. Got it? Okay. You will get a lot of questions in the assignment, okay, for this video, so you can practice it. So, but these are the concepts, you should know. Okay. The next common doubt I have seen, that what else is included in the index? Okay, so of course the letters are included in the index, right? Other than letters, if you have space, commas, or any other symbol or special characters, everything is included in the indexing. So means if I say that I have A, then comma, फिर A, S, H. So now my index 0 is A, index 1 is K, index 2 is comma. So comma will also get a position, an index. Okay, so that will be included. Similarly, spaces also. Okay, symbols also. Okay, the only thing is quotes now. The quotes which we talk about, that every string is enclosed within a quote. Okay, so these quotes are not included because these are used to represent the string. So these are not included in the index because these will these will always be there. Okay, so these will not be included. But inside or these two quotes, anything you write, that will be included. Even if you write again another pair of quote, so that will be included. But these outsiders, right? These quotes outside the string, okay, these will not be included in the index. Okay, fine. So use for truncation and context windows, we have discussed about it, right? To ensure that we are feeding a limited context to the LLM or AI, we have to slice. Okay. Now next is string mutability. That is important. Just one thing here. So here string mutability means where whatever operations you are doing on the string, these operations will return new string. Okay, it won't replace the old one. For example, if I say I have text, right? Now if I or you can say, let me just check. Same thing. Okay, let me write learn, otherwise it will become something else. Python is a snake also. So I love learning Python. Okay, now if I just split it, okay, text dot split, right? And if I again print the text, what do you think? What will get printed? Here I have text, then I'm splitting it, okay, and then I'm again printing text. Guess what will be printed? Okay, so if I just print it, let me, yeah, if I just print it, let us see what we get. Again, I love learning Python. Okay, so it is not split it. Why? Because when you split it here, okay, so it does not touch the original text. Okay, unless you assign a variable name, another new name to it. Okay, it won't be you can't basically it won't replace the text variable name basically unless you assign it, okay, to a new variable, right? So it basically it will be a new thing altogether, new string. Okay, if I print text again, it will be same. Okay, so it won't get splitted because string is immutable. You can't change anything in this text. Okay, but if I just name it text again, now if I print it, it will be splitted because now I have updated the definition of text. That is now the splitted version, or I can name it anything else, new text. Okay, so if I just print new text, it will become new text. Okay, and if I just print the text, let us see. So text will be same. Okay, so if you just, so you always need to assign some variable name to the to these operations, split, slicing, anything. Okay, it won't change the original one automatically. No, string is immutable. You can't change it. Okay, so you always need to assign a new variable name to the text after the operations. Otherwise, it won't be basically it can't be modified. Right? So immutability means that the something which cannot be modified. Right? So that is the inherent nature of a string, basically. Right? Okay, so original string remains unchanged. Okay, fine. Next, now these there are some common string functions which you need to know. Okay, very important. First is length. Length. Len. Okay, so what does it do? It just gives you the length of the text. Right. Sometimes texts are very long, right? You can't just count 0, 1, 2, 3, right? You need to have something to get you the length of the text. So for that you have len. So if I have I love learning Python, this text here, if I want to get the length of this text, I will just do length len text, and it will get me the text. Okay, if I of course I need to print it, right? So if I just print the length of the text, so len will give the length of the text, that is 22. Of course, it will include the spaces also. Okay, the next you have the count. If you need to count the frequency of a particular letter, so you can do that. Okay, so for example, if I want to count that how many times you are getting O, so you will just do count dot text. Okay, just wait. Text dot, sorry, and O. Okay, so now it will get me the frequency of O. If I need to print it, I can print and check. Okay, so O is occurring twice, that is here and here, right? So that is your text dot count thing. After that, you have find. If you need to find a particular pattern, right, or a particular basically the letter that at which position it is. So for that you need find. So if I just say that text dot find O, okay, and then if I just want to print it, so what does it give us? Let us see. See, third one. Okay, so it means that uh 0, 1, 2, 3. So it always gives you basically uh, the first index of the, or basically index of the first occurring of letter O, right? Okay, fine. Then now the next is replace. If you want to replace a particular part of the text with something else, so for that you do replace. Okay, so this is replace. Okay, so let us see. So if I just write the command for this, if I want to replace, suppose the O with M, right? Suppose, so I will just write O, okay, with M. So now next is M, then basically the new one. Okay, so I want to replace this O, so it will come first with M, so that will come later. That will come second. So if I just print it, let me print it. See, what? Wait. Okay, so now if I want to replace, let us use the replace function. So text dot replace. If I want to replace O with M, I will write O with M. Okay. And if I want to print it, let us see what does it give us. See, so here the O, this O, C, L, M, V, it is coming, right? Python, in this, we have M here again. So O is being replaced with M. So that's the replace thing. Okay, the next is starts with and ends with. Okay, so basically, if I want to check whether any word or anything starts with L, or basically starts with, if I want to check that if any letter is starting with a if any word is starting with a particular letter, okay, so for that we use starts with, and if I want to check if it ends with a particular letter, then that's called ends with. Okay, so for that, let us see. I have this text, right? If I just want to know that what letter it is starting with, so text dot starts with I, suppose. Okay, and if I just print it, it is giving me true. So basically, it's a Boolean data type, right? So it means that it starts with I. Yes, it is true, so it will give you true. If I put something else, O, it will give you false. Okay. Similarly, you can have ends with. Okay, so for ends with, if I just write ends with N, it is right. So wait, it is okay. I got an syntax error. It is ends with. Yeah. See, true. Okay. If I put something else, Q, suppose, it will give me false. Okay. So we have completed the important uh, syntaxes or important uh, mm, operations on the string in the Python, which we can use for textual data and analysis. It will be very important for machine learning modeling also, right? If your input or if your data is textual. Okay, for example, the sentiment analysis you have to do using ML, machine learning modeling. So that's where you will use these things, right? If you need to train any LLM with textual data, that's where you will use it. Okay, so textual data is very prominent in AI domain. Okay, because everything is very basic, everything is text, right? Right now. Okay, so textual modeling is very important. That's why it makes this video's content very important in Python. So now complete the assignment. Okay, use all these operations with different text. Okay, and then check it. Right? Fine. If you have any doubt in this video, you can put it in the comment section, and let us meet in the next video. Thank you.